Welcome. So good to see everybody this week. It's beautiful outside. And
yes, it is.
I am Jennifer to the rescue. I'm Jennifer Johnson. I am your lyrical I changed this. I didn't change it. Lyrical appreciation expert. I just keep adding words to my description because I help you connect and celebrate the special people and relationships in your lives. And through cards, gifts, and music. Music is one of my favorites, for stronger personal and business relationships. And that's getting bigger all the time, but I just feel like there's so many different things I can do. Want to thank my sponsors, Logan Street Banners and Signs, and I am here with my wonderful guest, and I will introduce her in a minute, but we're at the Wofford Theater. Logan Street Banners and Signs, like I said, is my wonderful sponsor, and we're having a lot of fun, and we have so much to get to. Really, my big thing, and I just want to say it before I forget, people always remember no, they don't. They forget. I'm just so excited. My guest is awesome. My guest is awesome. Okay, so anyway, people will forget what you said and did, but they never forget how you made them feel. And I think every time I read that many years ago, that's Maya Angelou, right? Mm-hmm. And I think, people say it in different ways in many different places and different things and different environments, but it is so true. I don't know. You I'm sure already know that. Anyway, I am so excited today. We have Faith Mckinney with us. I am so excited she's here. And you know what? There's so many things I can tell you about Faith. I am going to read. She's an author. She knows from experience how to be seen. Although she is an introvert, which is hard for me to believe, Faith has been quoted. She's been quoted in the Wall Street Journal and many national blogs and books. Faith is a lead ambassador for the Successful Thinkers of Indianapolis. Mm-hmm. She is an on-air personality for iCindyMag.
iCindyMag.com.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for correcting that because I've read that many times and I still didn't know how to say it. Where she's interviewed everyone from newsman Dan Rather to musician
Kirk Franklin.
Kurt, what is wrong with me? You've got me tongue-tied today.
No,
I'm just so excited. Here she's the expert. And through schmingling, which that's your trademarked word, Faith has been elevated to celebrity status, even though she works as a janitor. You don't work as a yeah, okay, we won't talk about that.
We'll talk about that later.
She is a sought-after speaker and advisor for business and social advice, even though she did not complete college. Pretty amazing. Schmingling, the art of being well-connected through blatant self-promotion is your book, and I'm so excited that you're
Jennifer,
here.
I'm so happy to be here.
Cool.
Thank you.
See, it looks like this. See, it's pretty cool. I bought it. I'm reading it like crazy. So
I'll sign it for you.
Oh, good. I think I already put notes all over it, and it's like it shouldn't have done. I have to get another copy so I don't do that. I was looking up stuff on. Okay, there's so many things. Where do we start? Okay, we met a couple years ago, and it was kind of just passing, but I remembered you forever. I'll probably remember that you were
because I made you feel something.
You made me feel good, and I will talk about that. But it was just even in a short moment, which I think you walked by my booth, and I was
bonded.
We did exactly. So Faith, just let me stop talking. Tell me a little bit. Tell me who you are. Tell us who you are.
Well, Jennifer, I'll just have to go off why I decided to write schmingling.
Okay.
And I think that is the heart of who I am. At its essence, I want to help people who are creative, like you and I, to be able to have a business and to be able to prosper from our art, from our gifts, to have an outlet. And a lot of times when we are in business, we're kind of like the little fish, and we don't get the media attention that we deserve.
Right.
We don't get all the perks that celebrities do. And as a matter of fact, when I had donated my kidney, I wanted to share with
That's
everybody.
in the book,
Yeah,
right?
I wanted to share with everybody how the whole process, because I don't know if you know, but in the African American community, organ donation is taboo. And so
Really?
it really is, and it has been for a long time. And I wanted to break that because we're the ones who need the organ donations. So I wanted to get media attention, and there was no one biting. I sent out press releases. I contacted people I knew in the media,
Really?
but I didn't get any response. So I said, well, I'm going to have to document it myself. And so that's when I started taking the selfies, and I started having people to take pictures of me after my transplant and during the process of healing. So I documented all of that, and I said, well, wow, there are other things that I could do. And so I posted it on social media. That is key. I think social media has leveled the playing field for all of us. And I noticed that on TV shows, how they portray the celebrities. For instance, Access Hollywood, those shows.
Yes, we've all seen that.
Yeah, and it seems like, oh, wow, these celebrities, they're everywhere. How do they get here on the set, and how do they get over here, and how does that happen? Well, they don't do everything at the same time. And so I thought, I can post and repost different things, but it still appears, it's perceived by the audience that I'm everywhere. And people think I know everybody.
You don't?
I don't.
Oh.
I actually don't
we gotta
know
get
everybody.
another guy. No, she's telling us. I know.
Everybody.
Okay, I'm just kidding you.
But yeah, so when the thing is, positioning yourself so that you are in places to be seen and take pictures. Here's a key. Here's a tip that I learned. The matrix of Facebook and Twitter, things like that, it makes it so that you take a picture with one person, and then everybody they know or who they're friends with sees that person with you.
Exactly.
And you do that with so many people, it just looks like you're intimate with so many people, because selfies are pretty intimate, right? And which is why they're coveted. So when you take selfies with so many people and everybody sees different people with you, the common denominator, it just appears that you are so popular. As a matter of fact, I went to a man's 40th birthday party, and I had known him from years back, but he was like, oh my gosh, Faith, you're at my party? Let's do a selfie,
We did do a selfie right before this. We did.
Yes.
That was very cool. So he was really happy to have you at his party.
Yes. And I'm like, wow, I'm just crashing your party, but I'm so happy to be here.
This is cool.
But yeah,
I want to make sure that we make sure everybody knows the name of your book.
Schmingling. It's Schmingling, the art of being well connected through blatant self-promotion. And I came up with that because I'm a networker. I love to network, and that's mingling, and then schmoozing with people. And so it's schmingling and schmoozing and mingling with people is schmingling. And building those relationships is key to building your perceived status.
We'll be right back, but I want to make sure it's faithmckinney.com. It's right there on the screen. We want to make sure everybody can get a hold of her. The book's really a wonderful book. It's very fun. So we'll be back just momentarily, a word from our sponsors, and we'll keep this conversation rolling.
All right.
Everyone knows it's easy to find first-run movies in the big theaters. But where can you go to watch your favorite classic movies on the big screen for the perfect night out? Why rent a flick when you can rent the entire theater? Call today to reserve our 32-seat theater for your next event, or just stop by to see what's showing this weekend. The 14 by 7 foot screen and the high quality digital surround sound system offers all the amenities you would expect from the big theaters, with a laid back atmosphere and comfortable seating of your own home. Wofford Theater at 1744 South 10th Street in Noblesville gives you the classic movies you want with a big theater experience.
We're back. It's so exciting. We're just having a great time. It's just not, I wasn't expecting to have such a cool guest today. Well, I knew we were, but it's just like, man, we could talk about this for hours. I think we're definitely on the same plane. This is Jennifer Johnson, Jennifer to the rescue, and I don't care who I am. This is Faith. No, actually, I do have to thank my wonderful sponsors, Wofford Theater and Logan Street Banners and Signs, and I know the sun, I can kind of see it even shining in the windows. It's a beautiful day outside
Yes, it is.
and inside. This is Faith Mckinney, the great connector. She's also an author, Schmingling, and you do a lot of things. We're going to talk more about the book, but tell me about Successful Thinkers.
Ooh, Successful Thinkers. You know, it is a wonderful, wonderful organization. Successful Thinkers of Indianapolis started back in January of 2010. And what it is a free networking organization. So anyone can come, anyone can join. And what makes Successful Thinkers so special is we have a brand new app that is state of the art.
Yeah.
You can do anything on this app. You can sign up, and as a matter of fact, Successful Thinkers is a national organization started by Jim Bellicera, and in Northern California there are thousands of members.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And on the app you can connect with all of them, and what's great about it is if you're a speaker, if you're you have a product, you can connect with anyone. And to be a speaker in Successful Thinkers, you have to be certified, but it's just a 22-minute process online. And, you go on there and get certified, and you can speak all over the country. You have an audience. And here in Indiana, we have our regional ambassador is Ferguson Mayfield. He's over all the Successful Thinkers organizations that will pop up here pretty soon, and we just started one 2 weeks ago, and Lavelia Miller is the lead ambassador of that, and I'm the lead ambassador of Successful Thinkers, the big event, the monthly event.
So you're busy.
Yeah.
So there's a weekly meeting and then there's a monthly.
It's a bi-weekly, every other week.
Oh.
And so that's on Saturday mornings, and it's held downtown Indianapolis at the Alexander Hotel, the new 5-star hotel, and it's wonderful. And it's a breakfast, so you get to eat a breakfast buffet, and it's fabulous.
Okay, so just really quick, we didn't have that in, but what is it, Successful?
Yeah, if you want to more information, go to successfulthinkersnetwork.com. And if you want to join, you can inbox me, Faith McKinney or Faith Moore McKinney on Facebook. And you have to be invited to join, but it's absolutely free.
They let in? No, I didn't.
They let anybody in.
Because they actually let me in, is what I said. And I think I joined about a week or two ago, thinking in preparation of this. Successful Thinkers is wonderful, and obviously you're a successful thinker because you do I was looking at all kinds of stuff in advance of this.
Mm-hmm.
Like we said, I met you prior, but I had no idea all the things you do. Talking about your book, Schmingling, we talk the 5 C's. I think that would be good to kind of get out, and then I'll let you.
Yeah, the 5 C's of Schmingling, creativity, create the life you want to live. The end that we want for Schmingling is I want you to be a celebrity, to get celebrity status, perceived. Selfies are part of it. So create the life you want. So think about the end in mind, how you want to be perceived. Then you have confidence. A lot of us have an issue with confidence, and there are certain techniques that you can use to help build your confidence. One thing I love to do is check off things off my bucket list. That is huge. And one of mine was skydiving.
See, I'm sitting with a skydiving woman. I don't know. There's something.
Well, once you go skydiving, you feel like there's nothing you can't do. So, check off things off your bucket list. And then you have credibility. Building credibility through selfies or through what's called implied endorsement. So when you do those selfies, it's like an implied endorsement of each of the people that you're taking a picture with.
There's a whole part in here. I don't know. I would assume it all falls under this with all the pictures of all the people that.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, who are some of your?
Oh, goodness.
There's a whole
photo
gallery.
Yeah, and I could only choose 10 photos to put in the book. So there are so many more that I really wanted to do. And most recently, I interviewed Lee Daniels from The Butler. He was the director from The Butler. And then Colin Powell just a couple of weeks ago. So cool. That was really cool.
We were friends on Facebook at that time. I was like, yeah, she's going to be on my show, yes.
That's right.
Cool.
Yeah, and so you also have consistency. When you're looking to be an expert or be seen as an expert in your field, you have to be consistent because people don't want to follow you from gig to gig. They want to depend on you to be the expert in one thing. And if you're that expert in one thing, they're going to go to you. They're going to seek you out because you know what you're talking about. And the last one is connectivity. And that is, you just mentioned, people forget what you said, they forget what you did, but they never forget how you make them feel. So how do you connect with people on a heart level? And that comes from giving. Be a giver first.
I think that's in your book. Somebody says that Faith is a giver, and I'm like, yeah, she's a giver, because you obviously give a lot. The connectivity is the obviously. That's how we connect.
Exactly. And my favorite tool for connectivity is send out cards.
Well, I don't know anything about cards.
Goodness, I love send out cards. I
do know a lot about send out cards. But this is so cool because that is one of the things that I preach the most. But tell us, what's your favorite thing about send?
Oh, goodness. Well, being an introvert, sending a card to someone that is personal is like, for instance, I do the selfies, and when I do a selfie with someone that I really want to stay in contact with, I make sure to get their address so that I can mail them a card with both of us, our pictures on it. That way they'll remember who I am, and they won't throw it away because their own picture's on it.
Right.
Have you ever thrown a picture of yourself away?
Depends. No, I'm just kidding. I know the answer to the question.
You
no,
don't.
You don't. Or if it's somebody that you're with in a situation, an event or something, certainly.
Exactly.
That's a memory you don't want to forget.
I love send out cards because people put them on their refrigerator, they put them in their living room, on their mantle, and they feel good because people come by and say, "Who is that?" And they'll have to explain who you are every single time, and they won't forget you. And it's reasonable. I mean, gosh, I would pay, $20, $30. That's, just to do something like that, but it's a fraction of that cost. And to be able to do that with so many people, and it connects you on a heart level. I had an opportunity to meet the founder of Send Out Cards years ago, and I didn't get it. I didn't get Send Out Cards at first, but when I got one with my name on it, I got it.
And basically, Send Out Cards, online greeting card and gift service that's just going bonkers right now. But it's an online, but it sends real cards and gifts.
Yeah, you sign up and you create it online, but you receive a card in the mail.
Yes.
And it's not a bill. And it's when you see that little envelope, that little red envelope on the back,
that's their
logo. When you see their logo, you know it's something from the heart.
Well, I'm going to be honest. When I met Faith the first time, she said, I love Send Out Cards. I can't even say it, 'cause I remember thinking, boy, I got to get to know this lady.
I'm an evangelist. That's what you call people who are just so excited and so happy about a product. I'm an evangelist for Send Out Cards. I love it.
Actually, her right hand, Send Out Cards. We're going to keep talking about this in a few minutes, but we're going to take a short break, and this is Faith. I always want to say more McKinney, but it's faithmckinney.com is the place that they would, and it's schmingling, and we'll be back. Well, this is Jennifer Johnson, Jennifer to the rescue, and I just want to let you know that there were a couple technical difficulties. My technical man over there, no, I'm just kidding. It was my fault. So I take all responsibility. I get so excited about my guests that I turned the mic off, and it doesn't matter because they all heard you. And this is Faith McKinney, my wonderful guest today, and her book is Schmoozing and Schmingling, the art of being well connected through blatant self-promotion. And we've spent a lot of time talking about a lot of things. I would just say this is a wonderful lady to spend time with, and she's got so many good things going on. So tell me some things that you want to make sure we don't miss. This book is great, and it's a very easy read, and the world of reality and being able to do the social media and all that stuff, it really does make it very possible to do exactly what you're saying. So go ahead.
Exactly. Yeah. Everybody, well, not everyone, but most people want that celebrity status. Most people want to know how to get in front of the camera. How do you do that? Because there is implied power to that. So what I'm going to do, and along with my best friend, her name is Faith James, what we're going to do is have a workshop in July. It's called Instant Celebrity 1.0. And what it's going to do is teach people, one, the it factor, how to be in front of the camera, how to be yourself. And two, there's going to be Instant Celebrity 1.0, which is going to teach you how to get celebrity status in your community, how to be perceived as a celebrity, and interviewing 101. How to interview people. No, you're doing fine. You're doing
She's
fine.
An expert, and I'm just pretending here.
No, the key is to be yourself and be prepared. You are prepared, and be yourself. And know where the camera is. We're going to have an image consultant, and we'll have a makeup artist to teach people how to prepare for the camera. And we'll have several media outlets, independent media outlets, to select people to be on their personality, on their talent for their particular company. So it's going to be a 3 or 4 hour deal, but it's going to be packed with information.
Oh, packed with people, I hope too, because that'll make
people,
it.
yes.
Yeah, but that's wonderful. And once again, we were talking about how people would find out. You say,
yeah, Facebook. We'll put it all on Facebook. It's going to be Instant Celebrity 1.0, and you'll find that on Facebook in the next couple of days. It's not up yet, but you're the first to know.
Oh, right.
It's an
Jennifer to the rescue. Yeah. What are you going to do? So that's cool. And what else would you say? Can they find you on Facebook?
You can find me on Facebook. It's Faith Moore McKinney on Facebook, or at Faith McKinney on Twitter. And I also have a page for kidney donors. If there's any kidney donors, we have Kidney Donors Rock on there. Go on and like that. And Faith McKinney, the Great Connector.
Oh yes, that's
Yeah.
cool. Well, you know what? We have some time here.
Sure.
What? I don't even know. There's so much to. Well, no, earlier we talked about in the introduction, it talks about how you're a janitor or something, and you said we'll talk about that later. And I'm thinking we got to talk about that.
We can talk
Somebody
about
might
it.
be
We can
sitting out
talk
there
about
saying,
it.
"How can a janitor?" Well, she's obviously not your average janitor, but go ahead, tell us.
Well, you know, the thing is,
what you want to share.
What I want to share, and especially with schmingling, is that anybody can do this. You don't have to be 6 feet tall, blonde. You know, I'm none of those things. Thin, none of that. Where you are is perfect. We just show you how to bring all that out, bring the celebrity out from inside, bring it out. And schmingling does that. So being a janitor, you know, a lot of times people have to work. Everybody has to work. And it's not who you are. It's just what you do to support your family, to keep a roof over your head. But that doesn't define who you are. You define who you are.
And you definitely have done. I think there's so many things in this book that I'm thinking, okay, there were so many things. One of the biggest things I highlighted when I'm not really a big reader, but you can ask my family.
I'm not either. That's funny. I'm not either. But, you know, a book is one of the things that really gives you a power punch in credibility.
Oh, sure.
So where years ago a business card would give you some credibility, not anymore. A book will get you in the door. A book will get you speaking engagements. They'll get you into different events. So being an author is one of my tips.
Yes. Well, when you realize that writing a book, and I don't mean to put anything, that writing a book is easier than you think it is. If you have something to share, you can probably
and
put it in.
there's several different formats. You can do an ebook, or you can do a book on Kindle. Or and you can self-publish. You don't have to go out and get a publisher. You can self-publish your book through CreateSpace, and that's part of Amazon.com. You can do that yourself very reasonably.
I think I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure after listening to all the wonderful about me being able to write a book.
No.
Someday I'm going to do that, and then we'll have you back, and you can. No, you can't.
Well, the good thing is someday is today. Someday is today.
I know.
Just here's a tip. If you have a blog or if you have a journal, just write out a journal every day for 100 days. And that's a book.
And then you take that.
And
you know, I was
it.
actually, I send out a newsletter every month, and I was putting together the newsletter, and I remember when I started this newsletter, Jennifer to the Rescue newsletter, I was like, I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. And then it was pulling up, because of the way I've got it set up, it was pulling up all my blogs, and I'm like, man, I guess I do have a lot to say. I haven't really been diligent about the blogging for a while, but there's just so many good things that are happening, like having you on my show and all these things. And I'm going to actually be taking this on the radio here in a few weeks. We'll have Faith there.
That'll be exciting.
And that's going to be Radio Next, and we're still kind of working out all the details on all that. But next week I'm going to have HB
Bell.
HB Bell. Well, he goes by Jumbo. So
Jumbo Love.
Yeah, so I don't know if he'll catch this today, but... Well, anyway, but there's so many things that just start happening when you are open to receive them. Many of you, like you said, just be in the right
position yourself.
Yeah, this book is awesome. It really does detail it. I would just make sure before we run out of time this week. Gosh, we could have done another, but we won't make you do that. We won't make you. We'll just get this. But it's Faith has at the beginning, is it like just a dedication? It's an introduction, and I circled this big, and I read more than the introduction, believe me, but I read this, and then I circled it, and it says, "My hope for you is that by studying this book, your mind is open to the infinite possibilities of schmingling, and that you will transcend any boundaries you have consciously or unconsciously erected for yourself in order for you to be positioned to succeed beyond your wildest dreams. And yours, Faith Mckinney. I think that was just so cool. I thought, we're going to put that in there somewhere.
Oh, thank
you.
you.
Know, make sure, because that's an awesome, I don't know if I can write like that, but I will try. I'm not sure about today, but maybe tomorrow, but it will happen soon.
You
now
will.
I'm very excited that we'll see you again, I'm sure, here, because I'd like to keep up. There's some people I'm having on the show. I'm like, yes, I'm going to have that person back.
I'm so
and then we'll
excited.
get them
Thank
on the
you.
radio, and we'll do all these things. And Jennifer to the rescue will be bringing all kinds of great things. I am Jennifer, and this is Faith Mckinney. I always want to say too much. The wonderful woman that you are, author, schmingling. And we're here at Logan Street Banners inside the Wofford Theater. Beautiful Wofford Theater.
Beautiful.
Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you all soon.